Nola here at the Gumbo Shop. Good stuff in here, yeah.
Welcome to Noligent. Let the good times roll. We're next to Jackson Square, walking to the Gumbo Shop, but there's some great live local music playing, so let's enjoy that a little bit. So we just turned right onto St. Peter Street, and in this episode of our restaurant review vlog, first we feast with me on some great New Orleans gumbo and the New Orleans French Quarter at the Gumbo Shop. We enjoy this New Orleans Creole food restaurant review video. In this New Orleans Creole food review video, we will enjoy lunch and find the answer to the New Orleans question of why eat gumbo in the French Quarter. The Gumbo Shop is a popular place with many tourists and a few locals to get some New Orleans Creole food, and they are popular for their gumbo, as you might expect from the name of the restaurant. Life is returning to the French Quarter after the long pandemic shutdowns, and it has started to get busy here, so even on a Monday, there were people waiting in line to eat. The Gumbo Shop is one of the very few places you can get a gumbos of herbs, which is usually only served at special times of year at other places like Dooky Chase, while you can get this special gumbo year-round at the Gumbo Shop. The Gumbo Shop is located in the New Orleans French Quarter at 630 St. Peter Street. So the building the Gumbo Shop is located in does have a historical marker on it indicating that this was the Commissaire Mercier house, erected about 1795 by Pedro Commissaire, after an earlier house on the site was destroyed in the Great Fire of December 8, 1794. In 1806 it was occupied in part by John Watkins, mayor of New Orleans, and by Mr. Firstall's store. Sold by Pedro Commissaire in 1806 to Mademoiselle Gracious Fontenelle, wife of Jean-Baptiste Mercier, and by her heirs in 1828 to Louis Gallet, whose family owned it until 1866. The site was granted by the Company of the Indies to François Gallard, called Chamilly, in 1722. Nicolas Vabant, its second owner, sold it in 1782 to Jean-Baptiste Urso, from whom Commissaire bought it in 1795. This fine example of New Orleans Spanish colonial architecture occupied by the Gumbo Shop since 1945. So I don't know which names were French, which were Spanish in there. I probably butchered the Spanish, especially with a little French pronunciation, and of course my French pronunciation's not the best either, so let's go ahead and head on inside the Gumbo Shop and check this place out. So you have to go through this little narrow alleyway when you first walk in, and here we come up to some specials over here. Let's check these out. Ooh. So the soup du jour is a turkey and hot sausage gumbo. The vegan dish is black beans and rice with corn salsa. Alligator sausage, crab cakes, and barbecue shrimp are the app and entree specials. Tuna, you can get grilled or blackened, and catfish St. Peter, catfish fillet topped with crab cake and shrimp sauce. Then we have some fresh fruit daiquiris with banana, cantaloupe, honeydew, lemon, lime, strawberry, pina colada, and peach.
Good afternoon.
How's it going? Just one?
Okay, just... Okay, first thing I need...
So I got really lucky because I was on my own today and they had one table left with one chair, so I didn't have to wait in that long line outside. So the Nolan gent got lucky. Now, unfortunately, this restaurant doesn't have any seating at their bar, where like in most restaurants you can sit at the bar in a single chair, no problem. But this is the table they had for me. So I got to sit out on the outside patio, which is way better than waiting in the line. So it was really crowded in here. I was really surprised it was so busy, but I guess a lot of people were hanging out from their Easter weekend still. So let's take a look at the menu now and see what we're gonna get for lunch. I have a bit of a sneaking suspicion there might be gumbo involved, so when we look under the appetizer selection, We have seafood okra gumbo, we have chicken andouille gumbo, gumbos of herbs, spinach and artichoke dip, blackened fish nuggets, grilled boudin with Creole mustard. And then for entrees, they have a bowl of seafood okra gumbo, a bowl of chicken andouille gumbo, jambalaya, shrimp Creole, red beans and rice with smoked sausage, Creole combination platter, a vegetarian dish of the day Creole style, crawfish etouffee, crawfish and pasta and tasso cream, and fresh fish Florentine, and the blackened fish, a fresh fish Creole, a chicken Espanol, a grilled or blackened chicken, and a New York strip. A lot of tourists like to get the Creole combination platter just so they can have a selection of several items, and there's quite a few places in the quarter that offer combinations like this. Then on the next page we have the complete Creole dinner with the choice of a seafood okra gumbo, a chicken andouille gumbo, seasonal green salad, Creole combination platter, a crawfish etouffee, a chicken espanola with rice, Creole cream spinach, garlic mashed potatoes, mac choux corn, smothered turnip greens, and then for desserts, a choice of praline sundae, chocolate brownie pie, warm bread pudding with whiskey sauce for $29.99. Then side orders, we have Creole cream spinach, garlic mashed potatoes, smothered turnip greens, corn mac choux, and red beans, jambalaya, shrimp Creole, crawfish etouffee, and then we have po' boys with a hot roast beef, a sauteed shrimp, a blackened chicken, a blackened fish, and a grilled cheese. And our desserts are praline sundae, chocolate pecan sundae, warm bread pudding with whiskey sauce, southern pecan pie with ice cream, chocolate brownie pie with ice cream, and vanilla ice cream. So on my last visit, I did get the gumbos of herbs, and some recipes are vegetarian and some are not. I know the Dooky Chase is not. And then the seafood gumbo is always a good choice here. And then the roast beef po' boy was also one of the items I got last time. It was not my favorite. I think there's better options. But this visit, I got more seafood gumbo, and they have their own hot sauces here too. There's actually quite a few places in Louisiana and other places where you can get your own custom label hot sauce or other spice herb blend if you need it. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I can refer you to people that can do that. So we've got our French bread here, and fortunately they have real butter here. Sadly, there's some places that have that margarine or some butter blend. I'm all about 100% real butter, and thankfully that's what we get here. And oh, I do love my butter, so let's put a little butter on the bread, get it all ready to dig into. Ooh, bread's nice and crunchy and fresh. Oh yes, take a little bite of this now. Ho, 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 ho. So delicious when it's fresh and crunchy. So good. And we also have to get our gumbo prepared because hey, a gumbo's not ready till you add enough hot sauce, right? So here we go, we're gonna do their little house brand of hot sauce here. So this bottle looks similar to the Cajun Chef brand, I think. So maybe it's different, maybe it's the same. I don't know, because you can do your custom blend of spices for a hot sauce if you want. All right, let's get it all mixed in here. Now these gumbo shrimp are probably about average size for a gumbo, but a lot of places have started kicking it up a bit and using larger shrimp than this in the gumbos. Now, let's give it a taste. Ooh, so, smells good, tastes good, so there's some good flavors in here. I'm not seeing any crab. It looks like it's strictly shrimp is the only seafood in here. So, sometimes, depending on the season, they'll mix it up, vary it up a little bit, but we've apparently just got a shrimp. Now, let's get this French bread and dip it in and soak up more of the flavor. And that goes well together, so it's doing well in the French bread dip taste test. So let's see, basically like a big crouton all soaked up with the flavor. Let's see. So this is about an average gumbo for the French Quarter. There are better ones, but there's definitely way worse ones. You might want to focus on the gumbos of herbs though, as that one is really hard to find in other places, so that'd be a good choice to make here for something different. But now go ahead and destroy that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like I've destroyed this gumbo. Good flavors in there. The shrimp a little smaller than some other places, but that's standard size gumbo shrimp. So good stuff in here. Yeah. So the small cup size of seafood gumbo is a good way to start out with an appetizer here. And you also get the bread, but now I've got the shrimp Creole. I've never had that here, so I'm curious to see how it's gonna taste. So let's start the tasting. Of course, I've got to add a little hot sauce because, hey, everything's better with a little hot sauce. So shrimp Creole is a bunch of shrimp cooked in some red sauce, or as we call it, red gravy. So there's many different versions and variety of how this is prepared, so you never know exactly what kind of tomato sauce you're going to get with it. So many of the New Orleans dishes, like the shrimp Creole and gumbo and turtle soup, really have a lot of variety. So no two places are ever exactly alike, it seems. So you do get a lot of unique flavors at different places. I do have to say that usually when you get a shrimp Creole, typically the shrimp are larger than what I've gotten in this dish. They have the same size of shrimp that they use on the gumbo. And that's a little small for a shrimp Creole. I'd say your average shrimp Creole has bigger shrimp in it than this. So there's nothing wrong with the flavor, though. Everything is all good here. It's not exactly as spiced as a lot of other ones I've had. There's usually a bit more depth of flavor to other versions I've had. Now, just to give you an example of the fun of recording in a restaurant, listen to when this blender cuts on now. Whoa. So, restaurants, especially in New Orleans, can be really loud. And there are also a lot of kids that were crying and unhappy when that went off as well. So, it's good times and the loudness. But you get to still enjoy eating with me in a little more relaxed environment, at least. Okay, we're polishing this off fast. So, just go ahead and destroy that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, just like we destroyed this dish of shrimp Creole. And the total was $28.74, which usually I would say that was a little bit expensive, but these days, with the price of everything going up, I can't even say that these days because the prices are all over the place. So, thanks so much to everyone at the Gumbo Shop for another fun experience, and thanks to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA Jet channel, especially my Patreons. And comment below, let me know what you thought about this video. While you're down there, check out the link to my Patreon account because, hey, I do work for tips and I'd appreciate it if you could help me with that. And you could also just share this video with any of your contacts and friends, as all that really would help me. And if you would just click on the subscribe button down there, which is the little circle with my head in it, that would really help me a lot. And check out the next video also that's in the little boxes on either side of us right here. So tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people.